It's my first ever trade fair. Like I've never attended any trade fair in my entire life. So come with me to Pink Exhibition in Abakaliki. Hi guys, Gloria here. It's been an interesting couple of days, so we're just going to get right into it. I'm just going to be sharing tips on how to navigate medical school. So over time, it's been no news that medical school is challenging and all of that, but a lot of people have been doing it. For God's sake, I did it. Yeah, so I'm sure you can also do it too. So the first tip is consistency. Now we all know that medical school is filled with a lot of workload, places to be, things to do, even your personal life as well, yeah. But you need consistency in order to make all of that work. You can't go to school today, study what you're supposed to study for that particular day, and then not open your book again until the next week, and you expect that you're going to retain those things you studied the previous week. It doesn't work like that. So you need consistency. You need to always be on top of your game. You need to follow the topics, follow the lectures, follow whatever it is that is being taught to you back to back as it's given, like you're on it. Do you get? And whenever you maybe skip a day or two in your schedule, try not to be so hard on yourself. Yeah, that's another thing I think I'm guilty of. Yeah, so you try not to be so hard on yourself. You just simply say, okay, fine, I forgive myself, and then you move on. Do you get? Yeah, so it can actually be very helpful. Consistency is proven to not just be useful in medical school, but generally in every area of your life. Yeah, so you need consistency and then discipline. Yeah, so they go hand in hand. Some people say they need motivation for every day, but I would say, what if you don't have any source of motivation? You just need discipline. Do you get? So discipline over motivation. You need discipline every single day for every single task. You need to imbibe discipline literally in all areas of your life. Yeah. So the second tip is discussion groups. Now, I didn't say study groups. You can have study groups, people you study with here. But then if your study group members happen to be the people you also discuss with, fine and good. It's known that, or it's been said that shared ideas are better retained. So when you share what you know, when you teach others what you know, when you talk about what you know on a day-to-day basis, like with people you're comfortable with, I'm sure it can be of great help. And try not to make your study group turn into like a gist group. Yeah, if you're very chill and comfortable with a certain group of people and you feel like you can still share ideas and talk about school related matters, yeah, and talk about book with them, fine, perfect. But if you know that immediately you guys gather, like the first thing you're going to do is to start spilling gist and all of that, then your discussion group may not be so successful. The other myth is that you try to make your discussion group to be like the number of persons in your discussion group to be an odd number. Well, it's not usually the case in all areas. Yeah, it can be an even number and still check out and still work out. Yes, do you get? The idea is to prevent forming cliques within your study group. Yeah, so you can make it a group of 3, 5, 7, of the more better. Now the last point is support. Now when I say support, I know maybe your mind is going somewhere, but like the support I mean is support from family, support from friends. It may not just be physical, it may not just be monetary support. Yeah, I know that's where probably your mind is going to, but no. The support I mean is you have somebody to call whenever maybe you feel down, whenever you need to recharge. You have somebody to just talk about something different with. Exactly. For me, it was both my family and then my friends. Yeah, I could stay usually on Sundays evening, stay, call my nephew, call my sister, call my mom, you get, call my dad. Yeah, it was, they really, really did help me. So yeah, you need support, you need those kind of persons in your life, and you need friends as well. It's not all the time you're going to be doing medical related stuff. Yeah, so you need to go out, live a little, you get. So yeah, those are the 3 tips that helped me in medical school, and I'm sure they can also be of great help to you. I'm going to be sharing literally more later on. Yeah, but for now, Gloria here. See you guys in the next one. Peace.